lessons. Now before we start, please make sure you don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's get started. So on today's lesson, we are going to be focusing on the trend line strategy. So this is the structure of the market on a daily basis. So this is the structure of the market that is going downwards on a daily basis, meaning it creates higher high, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. Then this is the structure of the market that is going upward on a daily basis. So we have our lower, low, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high, lower, high there. So what we want to see is we want to see the market coming back to break the previous high. We want to see the market coming back to break the previous high so that we can take our buy position there as soon as the market breaks the previous high, causing what we call chalk, change of character. Chalk, change of character. The same thing must happen this side. What we wanna see the market coming back to break the previous low. As soon as the market breaks the previous low, we can start executing our sell positions there. Now, this is what we call chalk. So we are going to combine this with a trend line so that we can have a high winning rate strategy. So we draw our trend line using either the 1 hour time frame or the 15-minute time frame, and then we go to the 5-minute time frame to execute our trades. So let us see from the example. Let's say we have a trend line here. I draw it maybe using the 1 hour time frame. I have the first touch, second touch, and then now on the third touch, as the market will be coming to touch the trend line for the third time, I should draw down to the smaller time frame, which is the 5-minute time frame. I should draw down to the 5-minute time frame around this point. So this is 5-minute time frame. So what I will see on the 5-minute time frame is that I will see the market doing something like this as it will be coming to touch the trend line for the third time. And then what do? I wait for the market to break the previous low, the previous high. I wait for the market to break the previous high. So boom, then the market breaks the previous high. As soon as it breaks the previous high, what do? I take my buy position there, and then my stop loss below is last low. My stop loss below the low there, and then I take my buy position there. So that's what you do. So it's 1, 2, 3. On the third touch there, before the third touch could actually happen, just draw down to your 5-minute time frame. This is what you will see, and then you wait for the market to break the previous high, causing what we call chalk, change of character. Chalk, change of character. Then you can execute your trade on the 5-minute time frame. You draw your trend line using the 1 hour time frame, and then you wait 1, 2. On the third touch, just draw down to your 5-minute time frame. This is what you will see, and then you can wait for the market to break its previous high. As soon as it breaks the previous high, that means it's chalk. You can now take your buy position there, stop loss below this last low. Example on the downtrending market. So as we see, we have first touch. Let's just say the market was shooting, and then it came first touch, second touch. On the third touch there, what we do is we draw down. Let me say I draw this trend line using the 15 minutes time frame. I draw down to the smaller time frame, which is the 5-minute time frame. What I would see happening around this point is I would see the market shooting up, building towards that trend line, and then boom, then the market and then boom, the market hits the trend line. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now what do I wait for? I wait for change of character. So I wait for the market to break its previous low. As soon as the market breaks its previous low, I can take my sell trade and then my stop loss above here, depending on what risk reward ratio I'm using. Then my take profit, it will depend on what risk reward ratio that I'm using. So that's it guys there, that's it there, that's it with the trend line strategy there. So you just wait 1, 2, 3, then you go back to your smaller time frame. On the third touch, this is what you wanna see the market doing. This is what you wanna see the market doing, and then you wait. After the third touch, you wait for the market to break its previous low on the 5-minute time frame, causing chalk there, change of character. Then you can execute, you can take your sell trade and then place your stop loss above the last high there, and then you leave that market to go there. So that's it guys, that's the trend line strategy. Now guys, let us go and see these examples from the real chart. So yes guys, let us look at our first example. I drew these trend lines using the 15 minutes time frame, and then I went to the 5-minute time frame to execute my trades. So as we can see, we have our first touch, second touch. On the third touch, I went to the 5-minute time frame to execute this trade. It went well to hit my take profit. Risk reward ratio was 1:2 there. Then I also drew another trend line here. First touch, second touch. On the third touch, I went to my 5-minute time frame to execute this trade. It also went well. On the fourth touch as well, I went to my 5-minute time frame to execute this trade. It went well as well. And then I also drew another trend line here. As we can see, we have the first touch, second touch, and then third touch. Now on the third touch, the market first started by hitting the stop losses, but the minute I saw that the market went to break the previous high again, I just executed this trade on the 5-minute time frame, and then the trade went well to hit my take profit, which was risk reward ratio 1:2 there. Now let me go to the 5-minute time frame so that I can show you the example of what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. So yes, as we can see here, okay, let me just go to the other example that I started with. Okay, as we can see here, what do we have? We have the market breaking the previous low. So as soon as the market touched the trend line for the third time and then broke the previous low, I just executed the trade. So we have our first touch, second touch, and then the third touch there. And then on the third touch, what are we seeing? We are seeing that the market went to break the previous low, causing chalk there. So as soon as it broke the previous low, causing chalk there, which is change of character, I executed this trade. It went well. So as soon as the market touched the trend line for the fourth time, I was waiting for the market to break the previous low. So when the market broke the previous low, which was it caused change of character, I executed the trade, and then the trade went well to hit my take profit there. Risk reward ratio was 1:2 there, as we can 1:3. Yes, as we can see there. Now let us go to the last example there. So yes guys, let us look at our second example on US dollar CAD. So I drew these trend lines using the 15 minutes time frame and the 1 hour time frame, and then I went to my 5 minute time frame to execute the trades. So as we can see here, we have our first touch on the trend line, second touch, and then third touch. I went to the 5 minute time frame to execute my trade, which went well to hit my take profit there. Risk reward ratio, I think it was 1:3 there, 1:3 there. And then let us go to the fourth charge. As you can see, we have the fourth charge. I went to my 5 minute time frame to execute this trade as well. It went well. Risk reward ratio was 1:2.5, so it went well there. And then I also drew another trend line using the 1 hour time frame. So we have our first touch here, and then our second touch here on the 1 hour time frame trend line, and then our third touch there. So when the market touched the trend line for the third time, what I did was I went to the 5 minute time frame to execute my trade. So I executed this trade, and then it went to my direction, but before it could hit my take profit, it went against me. But at least on this trade I managed to break even. And then I also have another example. Drew these trend lines using the 15 minutes time frame. As we can see, we have the first touch, second touch, third touch. On the third touch, I went to my 5 minute time frame to execute the trade. As you can see, I executed the trade. It started by going well to my direction, and then before I could shift my stop loss to break even, the market went against me, and then that trade took us out there, which is fine. As we can see, the trend line strategy works. Now let us just go to the 5 minute time frame so that I can show you how I was able to really take these trades. Okay. So as we can see here, this was the first trade that I took. So what actually happens is, let me just zoom that a bit. I was waiting for the market to cause a change of character by breaking the previous high. So as you can see, the market came to touch the trend line for the third time, and then it went up, and then when it came down, it created this higher high, higher low, and then it went down. So when the market came back to break the previous high, which was we call it chalk, which is change of character, that's when I executed the trade. There, and then it started by going against me, but before it could hit my take profit, it just shot up back again, boom, and then it went to hit my take profit there, which was risk reward ratio 1:3 there. So as we can see here, we have the market breaking the previous high on the 5 minute time frame. So I was waiting for the market to touch the trend line for the fourth time, and then it went to break the previous high on the 5 minute time frame, and then I was able to take this trade using risk reward ratio 1:2.5. It went well to hit my take profit there. So that was the second trade that I took using the same trend line strategy. So that was the second trade that I took on this pair using the same trend line strategy. Let us now go to the third trade that I took using the same strategy. As we can see here, what happened was the market came to touch the 1 hour trend line for the third time, and then what I was waiting for, I was waiting for this, the breakout of the previous high, which is chalk. And then when the market broke the previous high, I started taking my trades there. Then I took the trade. It went well. Before it could hit my take profit, it went against me, but then it's fine. At least on this trade I managed to break even. Let us look at another example there. As we can see here, okay, let me just zoom that. As we can see, we had our first touch, second touch, and then on the third touch I came here on the 5-minute time frame to execute my trade. Let me show you how I executed this trade. I was waiting for the breakout of the previous low. When the market broke the previous low, I was sure. Then I took this trade. I took a sell here. It went to my direction, but before I even shifted my stop loss to break even, the market went against me. So yes guys, that's the trend line strategy there. So yes guys, let us go to our third example on GBP CAD. So as we can see, I drew this trend line using the 15 minutes time frame. You can see our first touch here, and then second touch, and then on the third touch I executed the trade. I went to the 5-minute time frame to execute this trade, and it went well there. So now let me just go to the 5-minute time frame so that I can show you an example of how I took this trade. So using the trend line strategy, now I was waiting for the market to break the previous low. So as the market was going up, it was building. This is the lower low, higher low, and then another smaller higher low there. So as soon as the market broke that higher low, I just executed this trade. I took my sell trade there, and then it went well. Risk reward ratio was 1:3 there. So yes guys, as we can see, risk reward ratio was 1:3 there. Now guys, we have reached the end of our lesson for today. Now before we go, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Till next time, bye bye.